So I got a surprise coming into the shop today. Pretty happy about. So I got to take the 300 out. I got to pull 240 out. Two drift tracks got to pull out, and then also some other stuff, get it out of the way, because what's coming in is going to go right over there. Now I gotta focus on getting the 300 out. Which, I mean, it has a suspension on it, it just doesn't have the rack and pinion in there. So, can't really steer it. Oh, look, it's already drifting. Look at the angle, bro. Oh, full lock.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm sorry about that, man. I can, we can do that, and by any chance, I have a forklift, like I said.
Move to this?
But we might be able, we might need to move
that. Yeah, that's fine.
The motor, which if you have some chains, I can pick it up.
Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna start bringing the trailer in.
Yeah.
So we can start unloading and stuff. And, all right.
Hopefully I'll be done with it.
Okay. If you need any help, man, let me know.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Babe, put her outside.
Oh yeah. Outside. The tire rack isn't gonna clear. The machine being brought in, so we're gonna have to take the tire rack down. Kind of sucks, but oh well. Heavy over there? Yeah, that's good. Huh? Oh yeah. There's the baby. So this is where the CNC will hopefully go.
In this case, and you'll see what I do, we're gonna put some skates. Basically,
Oh,
some roller
really?
skates.
Okay.
We sit on, so we'll sit on skates and then we drag it wherever you want, sit it.
Ah,
And
okay.
then we have a jack, so jack it up.
Okay. Yeah, because my big concern, I was like, I don't know how the fork was going to get in, and then you have to bring the forks all the way out. And
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Oh, those are the skates?
Yeah, these are it.
Oh, it's so cute. That's a big machine. Little skates.
It's like the size of rollerblades.
Like huge.
Yeah, I wanted like.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna go a little from the bottom. So we're gonna push from. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
You're gonna hire me.
I don't think.
My apprenticeship. See, that thing's perfect right now.
Cool. Oh yeah.
These guys did a great job. 10 out of 10, would recommend. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. Yay. Brought the Z in, got this over here, but now we really don't have too much room. But anyways, this is a Fadal VMC 4020. So this has 40 inches of X travel, 20 inches of Y travel, and then 20 inches as well of Z travel up and down. Okay, and this right here is a CNC mill. So essentially you go and you have like a bit that comes out of here, right? And you use your vise over here and you fixture a block of metal and then you program it, right? Off of like your drawing, and then me, and then this thing goes and you can basically just cut down blocks of whatever you have over here, which is deductive manufacturing. You start out with something, you make it smaller and smaller, unlike 3D printing, for instance, which is additive manufacturing. So that's basically the concept of how this works. Right now that wood there is, I mean, that's just for shipping. That's because they block the head, they pin the counterweight. The coolant's drained in it too, so I need to go get, fill it up with coolant. It still has like a ton of chips in it. And it is a little bit more used than I would have liked. So for instance, there's supposed to be wipers here, and that keeps the chips from, you know, falling onto the boxways and all that sort of stuff. These wipers are completely gone. Also, they had a high torque version of this because back then, like, high torque was an option. Right now, Fadal, like all their models, basically are high torque out of the box. So this one isn't the high torque version, which we shouldn't be needing anyways because the majority of what we're going to be doing is aluminum work. So that's fine. They also already went and took the time to add this block of aluminum to the table. That way, just in case you crash the machine into there, which they've freaking done like a ton of times, you're not actually crashing it into the table, which is a big no-no. So I still need to clean up the chips on it. I got to run the 3-phase power over here to the machine as well, just to power it up, stuff to unbox everything on it. It has a 21 tool ATC, which is an automatic tool changer, right? So there's 21 slots in here, so that way you can have 21 different bits on there. You know, this thing comes up and then you just go and it'll switch out for whatever tool you have in there. So that way you can run your program and it could do basically all the steps in order to complete a part with all the different bits. Whereas if you were to go with like a smaller machine, so for instance, it was either me getting a Fadal or me getting a Tormach. It was like an option just to get an automatic tool changer on there, and obviously it's not as fast of a machine as this, or it has anywhere near the size of table or travel on it. And this was legit like about, that we got an insanely good deal on this. So this is about a third of the price of like a fully loaded Tormach, and obviously it has like way more capability. So why would I waste my money on that? And we got an insanely good deal on it because these are tool holders, right? These tool holders right here are the ones that go up into the tool changer, right? And then this will basically, so that way your head goes over there and releases it, and it'll pick up a new tool. So he gave us 24 tool holders in the purchase, as well as the vise. Each tool holder, if you buy, I mean, I already went to Fadal, and every tool holder that they sell brand new from Fadal is $180, I believe, is what he quoted me for each one. So to have 24 of them already included in the purchase price was like insane. And they also included some Way Lube oil in the purchase. Here's the back. Yeah, it's a little bit dirty, so I still got to do a lot of cleaning up. But she's here, and we got a good deal on her. Not only that, but then they also included a VH65 fourth axis. Fourth axis is basically like, just to put it into simpler terms, basically a lathe attachment, if you will. So it has a thing on here. It just spins in a circular motion, so that way you could have all your bits, and then you could have fourth axis. It's just better for making smaller circular objects. So for instance, this is like a defect subframe bushing, but anyways, so that could be put on that fourth axis and it could be spinning, and this bit can just come down and do all the machine work on that, rather than having to, you know, prop it up and then go around in a circular that way. Make sense? Makes sense. And the thing is, that VH65 fourth axis is an additional like $3,000 to $4,000 if you want to buy it secondhand. And I believe they also already had it wired for the fourth axis as well. So that fourth axis was an additional $3,000 to $4,000 on top of it. They have the vise over here. Plus they included the 24 tool holders and a whole bunch of like little other smaller stuff. So there was like roughly $4,000 to $5,000 of like additional things on top of the machine. And so to factor that in with the actual purchase price of the machine, it was like insanely cheap if you just thought about the machine itself being purchased. It has 10,000 RPM motor, I don't know if I mentioned that. It also doesn't have an extended Z-axis. You can get an extended Z-axis, which is like an additional 8 more inches, so it'll go to a 28-inch Z-axis travel. which is good when you have the 4th axis there. The 4th axis takes up quite a bit, so I don't have that. And then I don't believe it has rigid tapping capability, so that's like a downside because everyone is like, rigid tapping, bro. And I don't believe it has extended memory either. And it's a big deal to get extended memory because that way you can run longer programs and all that jazz, but you can just get like a flash drive and then stick that in there and you have like a 4 gig flash drive and now you have like 4 gigs of memory. I think that's about it. So I'm super excited about this because I've wanted a CNC mill for years and years now. And if you're wondering why I wanted this, so you can go to offbeatgarage.com, you can check out our products right now. And one of the biggest setbacks to us was the time it takes in order to outsource a product and then have it come back in. So right now, I go, make up the product on the computer, set out the engineering drawing to a machine shop, and they go and do the design, which takes about like a month and a half for them to get it done. And then after that we get it, then we have to test it, and if anything is wrong with it, then we gotta go send out another design and then wait another month and a half, right? And that's like money out and then like time out, right? So it takes us months and months and months just to make a single product, whereas right now I have CNC mill. So as long as I can get all the programming and everything figured out on it, then I can go and make product revision super fast and just test a whole bunch of stuff out on here, which helps make more products, which my whole thing is to like go more into like manufacturing and all that sort of stuff. So now I have the capability to do that. So there's really no excuses besides me teaching myself how to do everything. And as far as the machine, we still need to get 3-phase power run over here. I need to have someone come in, I believe as well, and then level off the machine, make sure everything is leveled and good on it. I'm going to go and clear out all the chips and clean up the machine and just check over everything. I'm going to take off all the way covers over here and check underneath, clear out chips from there, replace all the wipers on the way covers. Got to put coolant in there, obviously take off everything that kept the head in place while shipping. Then I got to unwrap this over here, and then at that point it should pretty much be ready to go. And then it's just down to me like making all the designs and everything. Oh, and then I also got to order like a bunch of little end mills and bits. So that's going to be like a whole thing on its own on deciding what to buy. So if you guys are into machining, you want to let me know where to get some good end mills and stuff like that, please leave it in the comments below. And if you guys have any advice, obviously, just please leave it in the comments below, because I am one to learn. I like learning about this sort of stuff. So I'm all ears over here. And then also, right now we can only have one car inside because obviously one car used to be where this mill is at, and now we can only fit one car in here. So I gotta go and purchase a lift and then put a lift over here. So the end goal basically is have this over here. We have a lift over here. Got that all figured out. And then also we have to take down the tire rack. If you can pan over there, because we couldn't get the machine in here with the tire rack up. So I'm gonna probably go cut up that tire rack and make it into like a 3-tier or 2-tier like moving tire rack with caster wheels on it. So that way we can move it around because we don't really have the space to leave it up there anymore. Anyways, this is this is what I've been excited about and learning about and everything for the past few months, and now it has finally come into fruition. Also, it was just my birthday, so Edie got me this super dank awesome tool chest cart thing. Thank you, Edie.
You're welcome.
So now I got room for tools and everything in here, and then that old one over there, which I actually picked up for free off the side of the road, is going to be the one to probably carry all the machine tools. So that's going to be like over here by the Fadal.
Fadal?
Oh yeah, so that's another thing I have is, excuse me, but every single time I see the label, I say it's Fadal because it's F-A-D-A-L, but every single time I talk to a machinist, a machine shop owner, they say Fadal. And I believe even the vice president or president of the company now, he even says Fadal. Which that confuses me because it's like, it's spelled Fadal, but everyone says Fadel. See, my name is Adele, which is A-D-E-L, where it's actually Adel because, Persian. But, yeah, so I just say everyone says Adele. So it's like you put an F in front of it, it's Fadel. So if I just had A-D-A-L, that would be Adal. So you put an F in front of it, it's Fadal. But apparently it's not Fadal, it's Fadel, according to every other machine shop owner and everything, so.
I think this is the first video you've ever said you're Persian in.
Oh, yeah.
Persian bro!
Persian
Fadel.
Fadal!
Fadal. Fadal? Fadal.
Thank you guys for all your support as always, and hopefully you guys see more products from us in the future.